Okay, everybody, I'm back here for my second part on the College Bowl schedule and the games that will be taking place. Like I said, at the beginning of the first video, I'm also going to give you some little information, a little bit of background information on some of these bowl games and what was thought to be the games and not be. Now, I ended part one talking about the Alamo Bowl, which would be Oklahoma and Arizona on the 29th. That'll be the third and final game of that day. That'll be at 6:15 Pacific time. Alright? Then the following day we have four bowl games on the 30th. And the 30th is on a Thursday. The 30th is on a Thursday. And that'll start off at, at 12:20 p.m. Pacific time. 12:20 p.m. Pacific time will be the first annual Pinstripe Bowl in New Yankee Stadium. 12:20 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be Kansas State, a personal favorite of mine, versus Syracuse in a Fiesta Bowl rematch. Now you got to remember, Syracuse did take on Kansas State in the Fiesta Bowl. I can't remember. I know it was in the past decade or so. I know that. So this is sort of a Fiesta Bowl rematch. So yeah, Kansas State taking on Syracuse in the Pinstripe Bowl. So won't be the first time these two teams have met in a bowl game. And that'll be at 12:20 p.m. Pacific time on December 30th. Oh, actually, that's not the first bowl game. That's actually not the first bowl game. My mistake. But that is one of them. The one that starts out the 30th, will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, that was my bad. The Pinstripe Bowl follows this bowl game. This bowl game, which begins the day of December 30th. That day of four bowl games. Excuse me. I know that was disgusting, but I got some spit in my mouth. But sort of begins the day of four bowl games, if you will. It's the Armed Forces Bowl. This is before the Pinstripe Bowl. This is the first bowl game of the day on December 20th. I mean, not 20th, but December 30th. December 30th, I'm sorry. This is the first game on December 30th. It'll be the Armed Forces Bowl. It'll be Army in their first bowl game in a while against SMU. So that should be a good one to kick off the 30th, which will be a day of bowl games on ESPN. And then following that game, which will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we have, again, like I said, the Pinstripe Bowl, Kansas State, Syracuse meeting in a Fiesta Bowl rematch from the past at 12:20 p.m. And then following that will be the Music City Bowl. It'll be North Carolina against Tennessee. And this game will be at 3:40 p.m. That's right, 3:40 p.m. This game is scheduled to start Pacific time, the Music City Bowl. Then the cap off this entire day of bowl games at 7 o'clock Pacific time will be the Holiday Bowl, Nebraska in the final bowl game. That's right, Nebraska in the final bowl game is a Big 12 representative before moving on to the Big 10 or the Big 11 or whatever it's going to be called next year. They will take on Washington in the Holiday Bowl. So Nebraska in the final bowl game as a Big 12 representative will take on Washington in the Holiday Bowl. Then New Year's Eve, which is on Friday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. We kick off that day of bowl games with the Mighty Bowl. It'll be South Florida and Clemson. South Florida was projected by Brad Edwards to go to the the St. Petersburg Bowl because of the location, but instead the location was favored in more of Clemson's favor, if you will. We'll basically put in Clemson's favor. So South Florida will take on Clemson in the Mighty Bowl at 9 a.m. Pacific time, New Year's Eve. Then at 11 a.m. That's what I said. 11 a.m. because 2, 1, yeah. 11 a.m. Pacific time on CBS. CBS. This is the annual bowl game. This is the only annual bowl game they got this year. CBS will have in the Sun Bowl, Notre Dame and Miami. That's right, Miami, Florida, taking on Notre Dame. This game is usually has Big Ten and Pac-10 in it, but I guess the rules got switched around this year, so now Notre Dame's going to be in it, and they will take on Miami of Florida in the Sun Bowl at 11 a.m. Pacific time, New Year's Eve on CBS. So that's going to be pretty good. And this is why Notre Dame did not take the invitation, possibly, even if it was given one, to the Champs Sports Bowl, because they get more exposure through the CBS network, even though their home network is NBC. You get the idea. Anyway, that's the bowl game there. Then, at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, we will have the Liberty Bowl, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be Georgia and USC. That's on ESPN. And then following that, at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, will be the Chick-fil-A Bowl, formerly the Peach Bowl. It'll be South Carolina and Florida State. Then, New Year's Day. Here's the big ones. Let me check my time. Okay, I got about 8 minutes to go. Hopefully I can get this all done before it runs out of time. But anyway, here we go. New Year's Day. Kicking us off on ESPNU. That's right, ESPNU, getting the first bowl game ever that I know of, will be the Ticket City Bowl. Formerly, well, it's a new bowl. It's going to be known as the Dallas Football Classic, but instead it's now known as the Ticket City Bowl on ESPNU on New Year's Day at 9 a.m. It'll be Northwestern and Texas Tech. That's right, Northwestern and Texas Tech meet in the inaugural Ticket City Bowl, formerly going to be the Dallas Football Classic. And then we have the Outback Bowl. This will be at 10 a.m., I believe, Pacific time. Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific time. It'll be on ABC. It'll be the first time the Outback Bowl or the Hall of Fame Bowl or whatever you want to call it is going to be on ABC. It'll be Florida and Penn State. That's the only reason I think they did it. Well, I guess they had it planned beforehand anyway. Then the Capital Run Bowl, also airing at the same time, will be on ESPN this year. That's right, ESPN's taking the Capital One Bowl this year. It'll be Alabama and Michigan State. And then at 11:30 a.m. on ESPN2. That's right, ESPN2 is the bowl controller this year. ESPN2 gets the Gator Bowl. That's right, the Gator Bowl. It'll be Mississippi State in Michigan. It's pretty interesting. And Gator Bowl doesn't have a representative anymore. Their representative's now with Sun Bowl. So, and then at 2 o'clock Pacific time on ESPN, or as we know, ABC, we know it's going to be ABC, it'll be the Rose Bowl game, Wisconsin and TCU in the second BCS Bowl game. This close to being in the national championship, but did not happen. So it'll be Wisconsin and TCU in the Rose Bowl. Should be a great matchup. Then following that, also on ESPN or ABC, as well as on ESPN 3D or ABC 3D, will be the Fiesta Bowl, Connecticut against Oklahoma. Some are saying this is a bad mismatch. Things got to be changed. We'll see what happens. Maybe Connecticut will pull the upset. We don't know. But Connecticut in their first BCS Bowl game since joining the Division 1A or FBS 10 years ago. So that's going to be good. Then 2 days later will be the Orange Bowl. It'll be the Orange Bowl on Yeah, it'll be the Orange Bowl. 2 days later, it'll be the Orange Bowl on ESPN or ABC. It'll be Stanford, who I'm going to be rooting for. I'll be recording this one because this is a good game, I think. Yeah, the third's on a Monday. I guess who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But Stanford will face Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl on the Monday, January 3rd. Then Tuesday, January 4th, also at 5:30 p.m. Pacific on ABC/ESPN, will be the Sugar Bowl, Ohio State and Arkansas. And then January 6th, which is 2 days later, it's on Thursday, it'll be at 5 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN, will be the GoDaddy.com Bowl, Middle Tennessee against Miami of Ohio. That's a new bowl game. Ought to be good. I think it replaces the GMAC Bowl. So that ought to be a good one. Middle Tennessee getting into a bowl game this year. And then Friday January 7th at 5 p.m. Pacific on Fox. 5 p.m. Pacific on Fox is the AT&T Cotton Bowl, which will be taking place from its new location, the new Cowboy Stadium. It'll be LSU and Texas A&M, and that's on Fox Friday, January 7th. And then Saturday, January 8th, we have at 9 a.m. Pacific. This is the only bowl game that day. 9 a.m. Pacific. It'll be the Compass Bowl, the BBVA Compass Bowl. Pittsburgh and Kentucky. That'll be on ESPN. Then on Sunday, January 9th, we will have the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl, which used to be the Emerald Bowl. It'll be Nevada versus Boston College. This was done for location reasons and also the fact that, honestly, you want to have a riot in Boise? I don't think so. This will be at 6 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN on January 9th, which will be on a Sunday. And then Monday, January 10th, is the National Championship game. As we all know, it's Oregon and Auburn on ESPN, ESPN 3D, or as we all know, ABC. So, overall, that is the bowl schedule. The link will be provided in the description box below. Tell me what you think of this bowl schedule. Tell me if you think some of the tweaks should have been made the way they were. Or what you think about it. Do you think maybe they should have gone with the local nations, or what? Tell me what you think. And that's all I got to say. Enjoy the bowl season, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm going to try to. So, till then, take care. God bless. Have a good day. And again, the links will be provided in the description box.